Every action has a reaction. You would think that government shutdown is over. Everyone's going to get their paycheck now, right? The bill has been signed into place. Everyone's going to get their paycheck and it's all better. Or is it? Well, I have a story for you today about a federal worker who continued to show up to work and was evicted. And not only was he evicted, this is a 20-year Army veteran who served his country and continues to serve by working at the Veterans Administration. Francisco Isern lives in Palm Beach County and went to WPTV to tell his story. How many other veterans are being evicted? How many other federal workers are being evicted? I originally spoke about the government shutdown because as a nurse, I understand how food and housing insecurity affects your health. You're talking about a 20-year veteran who probably has some medical issues or some disabilities. Most veterans do. If nothing else, there's depression and PTSD. Being asked to come into work and then being evicted. I want you all to help me make this story go viral. I want you all to share this story. Put your stories down. Tag your congressman, congresswoman. Tag the president if you need to. Tag your elected political officials, because while our federal workers, our veterans, were being asked to show up to work unpaid, our elected officials continued to collect their paychecks. Some took a vacation, so to speak. They spent the last 40-some days blaming each other. One side is blaming the Democrats, the other side is blaming the Republicans, but Republicans and Democrats both collected their paychecks. They did not face evictions. Now, we live in a country where most people are living paycheck to paycheck. Even people who are getting paid close to six figures live paycheck to paycheck. Let's listen to the story. I haven't actually clicked on the story yet. We're going to listen to that video. He says his name and reputation is on the line. He's never missed a rent payment before. But let's listen to what he has to say. Please share this story. Drop your stories below and help me make it go viral. Tag your lawmakers, because is it a Republican issue? Is it a Democratic issue? I think this is a people issue. We shut down the government for 42 days while asking our federal workers to show up to work, and now they're being evicted. And this is happening in Palm Beach County, where our president resides. Something's got to give. My name is Natalie. Welcome to The Broken Shift. Let's listen to what Francisco has to say.
I give respect and I expect respect back.
Francisco Isern tells me for the first time in his 10 years living in this West Palm Beach apartment building, he missed a rent payment.
I think I have a fair reason why I'm not, it's out of my control.
As the federal government shutdown stretched from October into November, the VA employee sent this letter to the company that owns his building, letting them know he's a federal worker going without pay, asking for extra time to pay his rent as soon as he gets back pay. No response until this text arrived Wednesday. Good morning, Francisco. Eviction has been filed. The management company is now asking for late fees and legal fees on top of November's rent.
They should be ashamed of what they're doing.
Francisco says the more than $600 in fees are the least of his worries.
It's a serious business. You put eviction notice on my record. What are my chances of either getting lease under my name after this?
Well, first of all, it's a travesty.
Patrick Franklin is the president and CEO of the Urban League of Palm Beach County.
I wish we had the funds to help him or her in their situation, but our funds, a lot of our funds for emergency relief are tied to government funding. So we don't have the funds to do that.
He says the organization has spoken with multiple federal workers unable to cover their bills during the shutdown.
Taxpaying Americans here in this country that are being affected all the way down the line, and for us not to have that knowledge or to feel that, shame on us.
I tried repeatedly to reach the property management company.
Hello, is anybody there?
But couldn't get through.
I think they are being unfair.
With the end of the shutdown and an oversized paycheck on the horizon, Francisco is vowing to fight to get that eviction filing off his record.
My name, my reputation is on the line, and they're threatening my reputation right now.
This is terrible. What's really frustrating about this is that I recently posted how mortgage companies are assisting people who are furloughed to stay in their homes. But how about people who rent? How about those of us who rent where we stay? To have someone know that the government will eventually not be shut down, right? They know that you're working for the government. You've been working for the government for 20 years, and now they are evicting you. Listen, I don't know what the solution is, but I think maybe next year at some point, we might face another shutdown. And how many other veterans have not gone to the news with their story who are just silently being evicted, not because they don't work, but because the government was shut down and they worked without pay. Share this story. Help me make it go viral so that hopefully our lawmakers can see that this makes absolutely no sense. We originally talked about SNAP benefits. There's a trickle down effect to the decisions that are being made, and they all lead to health issues. Food insecurity, housing insecurity cause health issues. How can you ask someone who's living paycheck to paycheck to evict them and then ask them to come up with first month's rent, last month's rent, and a deposit? Does that make sense? And then the resources that are funded for veterans, right, to assist them with housing and with eviction are being funded by the government. Oh, they weren't being funded by the government because the government was shut down. So there are no funds. So this is really sad. And I'm sure there are more stories out there. Drop them in the comments. Share this clip with your lawmakers. And let's make sure this doesn't happen to another person. Thank you for joining me on The Broken Shift. My name is Natalie. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified the next time I upload a new video. Stay safe out there. I'm sending you love.